Meghan Markle at ease in showbiz return as she promotes herself on Ellen, expert says. An interview between Meghan Markle and Ellen was broadcast on U.S. television last night, November 18, and a royal expert has claimed that the return to showbiz saw the former actress at ease on set. An interview between chat show host Ellen and Meghan was broadcast in the U.S. last night, November 18, after teaser clips had been released earlier in the week. In one teaser, the Duchess of Sussex had claimed that she used to travel to auditions during her life as an actress in a battered old car before she met Prince Harry. It has been a tumultuous time for Meghan, who apologized after admitting that she knew her ex-aide was in contact with the authors of the Finding Freedom book. However, recording the Palace Confidential podcast shortly before the program had been aired in its entirety, the panel suggested that Meghan appeared confident and self-assured. Highlighting Meghan's emphasis of her supposedly humble upbringing, host Joe Elvin suggested, "I think when you're a royal, you don't have those stories to tell, but she seemed to me so much more at ease in this interview." Royal writer Victoria Murphy agreed, noting, "I think they now do have more freedom to speak about what they want to do. I think if she was a working royal she would still have been able to tell these stories and there would have been the same amount of interest, but I certainly think that you can tell that she feels more in control now and more relaxed." Meghan has had a tumultuous time since admitting that she was aware that her ex-aide was in contact with the authors of the Finding Freedom book. However, the panel suggested that Meghan appeared confident and self-assured while recording the Palace Confidential podcast shortly before the show aired in its entirety. Highlighting Meghan's emphasis on her allegedly humble upbringing, host Joe Elvin suggested, "I think when you're a royal, you don't have those stories to tell, but she seemed to me so much more at ease in this interview. I think they now have more freedom to speak about WHT they WNT to do." Royal writer Victoria Murphy agreed. "I believe she would have been blay to tell these stories ND there would have been the me amount of interest if she had been working royal, but you see and tell she feels more in control ND rel cross now." A royal expert claimed Meghan appeared at ease on Ellen show. Meg and HDSD in suits before meeting her future royal husband D. ND the Emils de Rist Rich Road Eden suggested THT this MYHV contributed to Meghan's rel crossed parents on TLK show Soft. "It did seem like real return to showbiz, I felt." He suggested, looking about how she'd audition for things ND lot bout her ND her story. "I do think it ties in with the politic L stuff we've talked about before. THT she's telling THT big story about how she worked her WY up ND isn't just THT GRND princess.